so I just came to the quilt show and saw it for the first time. I think it is so cool to have my own quilt. Look, great, there it is again, in the quilt show. So, first of all, I have my cat ears on because today is October 31st, and you know how many days a year do you get to rock the cat ears? So, I just got finished with the EQ8 modern quilting class and did learn some new things. When it comes to designing quilt patterns, I'm so old school as far as like, I mean, give me the graph paper and the rulers and the beautiful markers and all the fun stuff to do, but to make it perfect. When it comes to like calculating fabric and all that, things get kind of hairy in there because I'm an artist, I'm not a mathematician. So I want to really start exploring the EQ8. I thought I'd learn some new things if I took a class on it. I did learn some new things. Hopefully we'll have some new patterns coming out really soon. I'm about to go and look inside all of the shops now. I've been dying to go look inside all of the shops and see the market and all the quilts too. So I still didn't get to everything because I'm slow and I'm trying to look at every single little thing that they have there. I found some really cool stuff in my bag here. I don't know, can you see in there? I have some fabric and some patterns and some catalogs, and look at how cute this is. Love it. We have to go home and wake up and do it again tomorrow, and I can get to the very last of my stuff tomorrow. One cool thing that I found today, I did run into Susie from SusieQuilts.com. She has been a huge inspiration to me from the very beginning, and I got to talk to her for a little bit and say hi. She's adorable, and we had a good conversation. But I think this one here is done for today. So he's my sidekick for today, and I think we've just about run it out. I thought you would like to see what all I scored while I was shopping at the quilt show. First of all, there's so many booths at the quilt show that like you really have to like strategically go through all of them, and then even then I swear you'll miss stuff. I found some really cool things that I wanted to show with you. First thing I found is this right here. It's called a pen pal, and they come in different colors and different shapes, right? So it's just, here's one that I've already opened. I bought that one for a friend of mine, but it's just this little cute little piece thing, and it has a magnet on the back, right? So like you stick it on your shirt, okay? And as you're sewing, or you can stick it like, I don't know, on the wall or wherever you want to stick it with a magnet. And as you're sewing, like your, I don't have a pair of scissors right now, but your stuff sticks to it. So pins, everything, it keeps it out of the way. Me personally, I have a bad habit of putting it in my mouth, which don't do that. It's a terrible thing to do, to like hold a pin in your mouth even just a second while you're doing it. So I found these and I love the shapes. I love the colors. So I got a couple of those, one for me and one for a friend of mine. Again, they're called the Pin Pal. They're a magnetic pin catcher. You can keep it close by, don't keep it in your mouth, and don't lose it. But yeah, it's got a pretty tough magnet on the back of it, so it'll stay there for a while. I may be the last quilter on earth that doesn't have one of these, but so this is from Sunflower Quilts. It is a thread cutter right here, and I'm gonna pop the package open so you can see it. It's like for when you're chain piecing, and there is, let's see if you can see, there is a little razor right there in the middle, so this keeps it safe for little hands. After you've chain pieced all of your pieces together and it's one big long stretched out piece, you can take this and just pop it right between the two of these instead of having to use your scissors or use, you know, your rotary blade or anything. So this is a safe way to cut your chain piecing. And it also has these little rubbery feet on the bottom that keep it from sliding around while you're using it on your table. So, and I found it in pink, which I love. So that was another thing that I found I'm really excited about. Again, that is the thread cutter by Sunflower Quilts. I took a class on EQ8 and they have some books there that show everything that's in the program. Now, if you're watching this right after I post it, they still have a coupon going on, okay? And so it is 25% off their site at Electric Quilt. So if you use that coupon code right there, that will get you 25% off. They were out of the books when I went, okay, so they didn't stock enough. So I'm gonna have to go on and order one of the books for that EQ8 there. Another product here is this from Thread Cutters. If you have not heard of thread cutters, it's something you really need to look into. It was a company that started on Shark Tank, and I have been following them for several years, but they started out in the fishing industry, okay? So his original product, which is still packed somewhere, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, we moved in like a month ago, and I feel like all I've been doing in my sewing room is creating a mess. You're not going to see any pictures of my sewing room for a while because it's bad, and that's why I'm kind of like blocked into this corner here, so you can't see all the boxes that are still around me. I'm working on it, but it'll still be a while. But anyways, so it's a ring that he has that has a blade that is attached inside the ring. It's a safe blade, so you're not going to cut yourself. You're not having to get out your knife while you're doing it. But anyways, it started in the fishing industry, and then he realized, oh my God, there's so many other applications for this. So this one is actually on like a little pull string right here, which makes it cool to just clip on your shirt. And it has little blades right there. See those blades? So, and then this particular one also has a light. So, yay for easy, clippy, safe scissors, okay? So I got one of those. His ones that are on your ring, it's just a like a little piece of Velcro that goes around the back of your hand. He even has ones with bling on them, right? Like, they know the market, okay? So it's got little rhinestones on it, and it's really cute. It's a safe blade. It's nice to take while you are you know, on your couch doing stuff, but it is also good for taking on the plane, okay? It's safe. It's not scissors. You're not going to have to go, oh my God, are they going to try and take my special embroidery scissors while I'm on the plane? Because you never know. I mean, TSA, you got to be careful, right? You got to be careful. Go ahead, check out thread cutters if you have not heard of them. They are really, really awesome. Okay, I also... If I got to say hi to you at the quilt show, thank you so much for coming up to me. I really enjoyed talking to you and seeing people and putting, you know, a name with a face. I really, I love that. I gave out some of my cool buttons. I know. I mean, I may be the only one geeking out over these, but I think they're really cute. and I'm really excited to be able to give a couple of them out. I did get some patterns while I'm there, and then last thing I'll go over is the fabric that I bought, because I guess I really focused on the bundles this year, because I found a lot of bundles of fabric that I really liked. So let's go with the pattern that I got. First of all, this is a pattern by Annie. I think it's byannie.com actually. And look how cute these are. These are ditty bags. But if you are looking for bag patterns or purse patterns or backpack patterns, or something to make your travel accessories all on your own, I love her patterns. Okay, so these are ditty bags. They're just like I don't know, kind of like my zipper tote bag style size, that are about this big or so, and this has the pattern and everything included. They have little handles on them. I'm hoping to learn a few new skills, because bag pattern making is not my thing, but I would love it to be my thing. So that's what I got on that. Here is 2 other patterns that I got. This one is called Beyond the Reef, and I actually saw this particular quilt in person at the show, and it's stunning. So so this is it right here, and it's a really big, I mean, it's kind of like a messy, modern, graphic, fun one, but it is called Beyond the Reef, and I guess Hang 10 makes it. I think it's made by Hang 10. Anyways, if I'm wrong on that, I'm going to research this after I get off the video, and I'm wrong on that, I'll correct it in a little blurb at the bottom of this. Okay, the other pattern that I got, and I've watched it for a long time, but I didn't feel like I had to buy it at the time. When I passed by this, it was time to buy it. So this is the other pattern that I got. It's a beehive. Isn't that like just adorable? So it is Beehive by Elizabeth Hartman, and oopsies, there is the actual like full quilt. So you got lots of little bees on there, but I love the way that they took them, and they used all their favorite fabrics in here. Like the wings are kind of the softer, lighter fabrics, and then the middles are the bolder, brighter fabrics. So I love that. I can't wait to make that. If you were able to go and saw the Bob Ross exhibit, it was really cool. I did put some photos up earlier in this, but I just thought you would like to see. This is a published book of all of the artists that were in there, which of course I had to buy, because I'm in the show, right? I had to buy it. I had to see myself actually published. And we, I'm sorry, I'm flipping through the book. We all got together and autograph signed all of the copies of the book. So that was really fun to see all the other artists there. I think they said there was like 50 of the quilt artists that showed up, somewhere in that range, 40, 50. But you can see, ta-da, that's my quilt right there. And here's some little detailed shots that they picked. That's of his shirt collar right there. And I did not choose to autograph my own book. We just signed a whole bunch of books, and then I bought one of the ones that has. So I have like copies of, like all the artists signed theirs, at least all the ones that were able to come. This is another one of my most favorite quilts that was there. I love typography, having been in the design industry for a really long time, and we actually had plans to meet up, but somehow in the chaos, we were in the same room, same time, but we totally missed each other. So, but there is that one. I love that one. So if you get a chance and you're a big Bob Ross fan, I highly suggest that you buy this book. It's like $30, and I think you can get it off of Cherrywood Fabrics website. But it's well worth it to see all of the creativity that was in there. Okay, this is running long. So moving on to fabric. What I found here is a jelly roll by Moda. And they're all very similar in print and everything. I think they're the exact same thing. It's just a rainbow of colors. One thing that I was really inspired by in the quilt show is the use of low volume fabrics behind bright, huge, bold fabrics. So that was something that I kind of got from a bunch of the quilts that were going around, and I really was drawn to it. So just low volume, very subtle, not necessarily soft colors, but a lot of them were these kind of like cream tones. And so I found this bundle from Villa Rosa Designs. I've got a blog post on them. I will link to that below. But so I've got, this was from Villa Rosa, but it's just a very low volume. So when you squint at this, it all kind of turns to kind of like a grayish color. So it all kind of turns to one color. So that is how you know that it is low volume, right? It's going to disappear into the background. Even though it has texture, it has print, it has even some color in this. You know, it's got some grays and some blacks in here. When you squint, it's all going to turn into a kind of a one solid background. It's going to fade away and your other color is going to pop up. So that was a lot of the quilts in the show this year. So I found this. I love this. Who can pass up some lovely modern-y Christmas ones right here? This one is at Villa Rosa too. But I love the mixes of the navies and the greens and the reds and the teals and the whites. You know, it's not so heavy on the red. Maybe in this one a little bit, but it's more heavy on the blues, and that's kind of how my house is. So I'm thinking this one has a home for a table runner. Just look at these bright colors right here. Do you see how beautiful these oranges and pinks go together? And there's even like some mustards and some aquas mixed in there. This one is also from Web Fabrics. It is a mix of like tans, and there's even some, whoops, it's kind of blurry, sorry, some blacks and some aquas, again with the mustard and the magenta. So I really, really like that one. I don't know, I really like this bundle too. I mean, look how cute these little bees are. There's so many of them. Just like that. I've not even tried to hide the fact that I love Carrie Bloomston, okay? I adore her designs. She's fantastic at it. I got a whole bundle of just Carrie Bloomston stuff. This is one of her older lines. She just released a new line. It's called Wish. You should check it out. It's beautiful. This one is not a bundle, but I found it in a remnant section. Always check that out when you're going to show. Sometimes they'll have like a huge bucket with just like unfolded fabric, just like this, just like all over the place. Those are remnants that a lot of these companies have, and they bring and they sell at a discounted rate. So this one happens to have airplane things on it. Yeah, airplanes and motors and kind of like blueprint looking things, but again with that low volume theme going on here. And then last one I swear. Okay, see, it's got these little ice cream cones on here. Everything is very graphic. It's kind of rainbowy ice cream. This one, can you see, it's got like part of a telephone on it, so it's kind of retro. One has some little birds on it right there. But I loved the soft oranges and pinks, and it's even got like this metallic-y, can you see how that kind of shines right there? Metallic-y gold in it. You get free stuff. There's free stuff everywhere you go on Quilt Show. Not necessarily like free fabric or like a free sewing machine, but there is, you know, there's buttons, there's pamphlets, there's brochures, there's coupons everywhere, okay? And Moda is giving away these little matchbox quilts, which is really, really fun. So each kit is like one of these blocks, right? So I ended up with this one right here, but it contains fabrics for the quilt top, the backing, the binding, and embroidery floss, batting, and instructions. So it is like a little matchbox. It has the embroidery floss in it. This is the batting, which hopefully they told me exactly what this is, because it's really like soft and comfortable batting, okay? And it's all nice and checker cut like that, so it doesn't spread. So look, here is your instructions. It's a 6-inch block, so I mean, I guess a little mug rug or something, you know? So here is what it's going to look like finished. They give you instructions, and then, well, it folds out again, but it has, you know, it tells you how to cut it, how to do it, how to sew it, and then fabric for it and backing. So pretty cool, you know? Thank you, Moda, for that. 'Cause we all love free stuff. It's a fun thing to gather while you are shopping and spending tons and tons of money. Thank you for sticking with me to the very end. You'll be seeing some of these products coming out in some tutorials later on. I do have some big plans. Moving kind of through a kink in all of my blogging, and you know, I was on a good run for a while, and moving just kind of through a kink in everything, to be honest. So stick with me. Let me know what you think of some of the stuff that I got. If you were there, I would love to know what your favorite booth was and what you ended up with. If any of the quilt pictures that I took inspired you, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you. Thank you. Have a really great weekend, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.